The power may be partially out, but thank God for generators because we're live in Columbia, Illinois for WrestleMax St. Louis Reborn. I am Robert Leach, being joined by Greg Cluck for the first time ever, and I am so excited to be back with WrestleMax.
Rob, I'll tell you what, it is a pleasure to be here. Pleased as punch to be here with you, and I'm ready for some WrestleMax action.
Dan the Dad, your father's favorite wrestler, is already in the ring.
That Southern psychopath that just brought the mood down a little bit here in Columbia, Illinois.
Somewhat, but I think this crowd wants to sing along, and I almost do too.
Listen closely to what I say, and if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day.
Oh, yeah.
Rob, you have a magnificent set of pipes.
I appreciate that. You do as well.
Thank you.
Take your time. Don't be too fast.
I feel like Dan has already had a little bit of time to maybe get some bills paid, trim the lawn, maybe even wash his sneakers.
Absolutely.
Waiting for Mance to come through those curtains.
Some guys study tape ahead of a first-time ever match like this. Well, Dan the Dad cut his lawn. He kept his shrubbery in prime condition, and he brewed a pot of coffee.
And this place has erupted for Mance.
The energy in this room after a storm knocked out power in the entire building is amazing. First time ever, Dan the Dad versus old Mancer here tonight. And Dan, coffee cup in hand, glasses positioned firmly upon his nose.
They never fall off. His cup never runneth over. I have never seen it spill, Rob.
Nor have I, and I'll tell you what, I've never seen Mance Warner with a full head of hair. What locks on this gentleman?
This is quite a bit of a shock to me as well. But I'll tell you what, the man is dressed in the nines. Leather boots I could not pull off. Don't have the cash for it, Rob.
Nor do I. But I'll tell you what. Oh, you hear the crowd singing along. Take a look at Dan the Dad.
We've got a bell here at WrestleMax STL. Reborn without power. We're on a generator.
Absolutely. We're recording commentary on an iPhone. But you know what? We'll do whatever we have to do to make sure things run off without a hitch.
I got police cars back there. First of all, I want to apologize to y'all that you had to sit out here in the dark and couldn't see nothing. But you knew the lights were going to start shining. Dan the Dad and old Mance was going to come out here and put all the lights up. I want to thank y'all, but I know there's something there. You got a cup with no beverage in it. So when one of y'all beautiful people in the crowd bring on Mance a cold beer.
Mance taking a vote from the crowd, seeing who has a cold beverage for old Mance.
Zoom in on that. That's a Busch Light, baby.
Yeah. Busch Light is for everyone, Rob Lynch.
I said that's my favorite.
Busch Light, baby. Hey, you're pretty beer and hold this one and talk with them. Not the beer, the microphone. People right here like me jig up a little bit. So guys, I need you to really song as I play this cold, crisp, refreshing, tasty Busch Light in this pocket roll.
I gotta say, Rob, the king of light beers and everyone's favorite dad, your dad's favorite wrestler, seems like they would be natural allies.
have a little toast before we fight.
I'll tell you what, Dan the Dad loves to enjoy an ice cold beer.
I already told you, I'm from St. Louis, Busch Light.
And an embrace.
Absolutely. Dan the Dad loves to enjoy a nice beer as his beverage while he sits down and watches evening football.
Some cheap tactics coming from old Mancer. Beer right in the face of Dan the Dad. I don't even think the glass is saving him, Rob.
I'm
Don't
not.
ever trust the redneck, baby. See, what I did is came out here and sucking y'all in. I'm a dirty, dirty dog. Yeah, I'm a Wentz down here. Let it down. Just run it over the line. Just fire in the wall. Then it goes around. Oh, that's what it doesn't.
And Dan the Dad rallying a comeback against Mance Warner.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
We could go home. Mance is going to call his own match.
If there was an award I could give out for emoting while getting knife edge chopped, I would give it to Mancer.
Well, Mancer's giving away the microphone. There's a shot to the back of the head.
Close fist shots right to the void of Dan the Dad.
Absolutely,
He did
those.
not come to play around.
Oh, man. Dan the Dad set firmly into the barricade. First time ever matchup. I don't think any of us expected old Mancer to pull one over on us this early.
Well, we were a little frazzled. The electricity has been out for almost an hour.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And I'll tell you what. I mean, what a way to start the show off. Dan the Dad and Mancer enjoying a nice cold beverage, a nice cold beer in the ring together. And then Mance Warner, underhanded tactics, talking while he's wrestling. What is he, Tracy Smothers? I mean, come on.
Rest in peace, Tracy. We love you.
Amen to that. But I'll tell you what, the action getting hot and heavy at the start of this show.
Everyone seems to be trying to rally behind Dan the Dad, garnering a comeback here. Stiff shots to Mancer's midsection.
He's starting to fight back. Oh, but a right hand takes Dan back down to the canvas.
I'll tell you what, Rob, they are not having any of Mancer right now.
Not whatsoever. Old Mancer puts Dan the Dad back into position, stomping away.
Right on the neck with the heel of that boot. I would not peg Mancer for a chiropractor.
Nor would I. But Mancer looks to be having fun.
And here we go, up on the middle rope now. Mancer's looking for a big one. And no!
Dan the Dad got that New Balance into the air.
Mancer is staggered, Rob.
Dan the Dad ready to fight back. And he takes him out.
Almost as if he was an homage to the Nature Boy.
Absolutely. And now Dan the Dad having a drink of beer. I think it's usually coffee he does this with. Watch where you're swinging.
It's a Friday night, Rob. Dads get to have fun too, right?
That's fair enough, fair enough. The end of a long work week. He just got done mowing his grass. Starting his match late. There's the baseball punch. This could be it.
Close one there. 2 3/4.
Only a 2 there. Dan the Dad was very close to a victory. Old Mancer Up to his feet, Dan the Dad, fireman's carry.
And a reversal from Mancer. Jabs right back at him, giving Dan the Dad the energy he gave out.
And here we go, Mancer.
Here we go, Big
rolling
Dusty
him up.
roll.
Rolling him up.
Oh, the eye poke rock.
Dan the Dad can't see. He already took his glasses off. Knee pad up. And right back down. There's the knee shot.
Mancer may have dislocated the jaw on that one. That was pretty rough.
There was only a 2 count.
Dan the Dad's still in this contest.
It'll take more than that to keep a good dad down, let me tell you what. And here we go, Mancer rolling to the outside. What's he looking for here? He has left the ringside area.
He is now throwing trash at the audience.
He's stealing trash from one audience member and throwing it at another. Oh, he was looking to use a chair here.
Luckily, the referee was in there and made the right call at his discretion.
Wait, Mancer has the bell. The referee trying to apologize and make right with the fans. Mancer has the ring bell. Dan out of the way.
Dan winds up, and it's a home run.
Stunner!
This crowd is firmly behind their favorite dad right now.
Here comes Dan the Dad.
Are
Fireman's
we looking for
carry
the backpack
again.
stunner? Here it comes.
Beautiful maneuver. That could be it. 2, 3.
Signed, sealed, delivered, Rob Leach. In the early goings there, it looked like Mancer had the stern advantage on Dan the Dad. Luckily, this St. Louis crowd are rallying behind one of their absolute favorites.
Absolutely. Dan the Dad feeding off of the energy. An anxious Columbia, Illinois crowd looking to take care of business, looking for some action at our return match for WrestleMax St. Louis Reborn.
And Dan the Dad extending the olive branch to old Mancer. No hard feelings between old drinking buddies, right?
You know, sometimes you have a little too much and you fight your best friend in the bar. But I'll tell you one thing, these two are gonna make up every step of the way.
A warm embrace.
Brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it?
Old Mancer's gonna hit that pay window and have himself a good old light beer. I love seeing a happy ending, Rob.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful staff here and my time has always been excellent. Turner Hall reminds all of you, if you use the restroom here tonight, please remember to use the flashlights on your phone for safety. I'm not lying.
That means, guys, don't pee all over the floor. And why not for you poo-poo? I'm sorry again. A little bit. I'm sorry I was a bad guy. I love y'all.
SK Bishop, Campbell Myers, Kenway. The premiere is here at WrestleMax. Campbell, SK, you guys have a huge tag team matchup against the Rascals tonight. Kenway, this is your first singles matchup in the St. Louis area in quite some time.
It's been over 3 years. If you actually did your research, you paid attention, you would know that. But since you aren't, let me tell everyone the story here. 3 years since I've had a singles match in St. Louis, Missouri. 3 long years since I've been with my boys, the Premier. And tonight, we begin our conquest of WrestleMax. Because if you need one person to hold this place down, it is me. If you need one team to hold this place down, it is the Premier. We are going to be bigger than Nike up in here. That's what it is. Tonight, they face one of the top teams on the independents, and I face Moses Deliverer, who the only thing he's going to deliver is my DoorDash after I drop him with a pile driver. Campbell, talk to him.
Bro, you really just said he's about to take 5 inches off Moses' height with a pile driver. But he said that the Premier is facing one of the top teams in the independents tonight, and that's true, but we're not facing the top team on the independents because that's the Premier, okay? So tonight, we leave no doubt. We step in the ring. He said he's dumping Moses with a pile driver. Awesome, love that. We'll one up and we're gonna dump the Rascals with the Sad Lad Special. It's crazy though, the duality of it all, so let me talk to you. Because back in the day, I used to kind of look up to the Rascals. And now the only people looking up will be the Rascals tonight when they're counting the lights as the ref counts to 3. So Bishop, if you got anything to say, go ahead and give it to him.
Spit to him, son.
You can doubt the Premier. You can dislike the Premier. You can even disrespect the Premier. But you're gonna have to deal with the Premier.
Boom!
Thanks, Asa.
Thank you, guys.
The Premier are in full force tonight. The Kenway making his way to the ring for his first singles match in the St. Louis area in 3 years. This is his first time alongside the Premier in WrestleMax St. Louis. WrestleMax Reborn tonight sees the Kenway step into singles action, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Kenway's been making grooves in Atlanta, Georgia, getting back in ring shape, getting back in ring ready. And as you can see, he's got a lot to display here tonight.
Absolutely known in the Atlanta area for his illustrious feud against Joe Black, a fantastic feud that was. But the Kenway is in for a different animal tonight here at WrestleMax St. Louis.
Bring us forth into the light, Rob Leach. The Deliverer is live in Columbia, Illinois.
The Deliverer, Moses, live and in living color here in Columbia for WrestleMax Reborn.
One of the top young lions in the St. Louis area. And you gotta know, with a new River City champion being crowned tonight, there are going to need to be new contenders vying for that title.
Absolutely, and as if the 6 people in tonight's Eliminator main event weren't enough, we are looking constantly for brand new contenders for that title as we progress through the card tonight. Kenway looking to be in singles contention, especially for that title, but so is Moses. Moses has been in WrestleMax since the beginning, since 2021. And tonight, 2 years on, Moses on the main card looks to take home a victory over the Kenway.
You've got to imagine the winner of this match is going to have some sort of say in getting into that contenders ladder, that going up that ladder.
Absolutely. But Moses with a side headlock sent off by Kenway.
Kenway down to the mat.
The momentum from the deliverer. Takes Kenway off his feet. Oh, wow.
Moses showing that amateur background.
Rolls
Kenway
through with
shrugs him off.
a neat hind waist slop. Out of the drop down.
Beautiful drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick. Picture perfect. I like to call that a textbook drop kick.
I'll tell you what, I've never had a book kick me in the face, Rob, but if it did, it's probably what it feel like.
Probably. Oh, and Kenway.
Yeah, Kenway resorting to cheap tactics. He's known for not following that textbook, following that rule.
Absolutely, but either way, it didn't work for the time being as Moses takes him out with a couple of arm drags, and there's a knife edge chop in the corner.
It's echoing in Columbia, Illinois tonight in Turner Hall.
Irish whip from Moses, reverse Moses. Wow, the athleticism. Fantastic. There's a boot shot to the face.
Beautiful front drop kick from Moses.
Another textbook drop kick, I've got to say.
This crowd is firmly behind Moses the deliverer, and he is looking to make a big impact on Kenway.
Moses is on his game, looking for a tope suicida.
And of course, the Premier getting involved.
Campbell Myers face to face with the deliverer.
You know, when the Premier are around, you never know what kind of shenanigans are afoot. And there we go, Kenway taking advantage. Just like that, the Premier turned the tide in the match.
Low drop kick from V. Kenway as the Premier looks on. Kenway, Campbell, and Bishop all out to prove, as we saw in their backstage interview with Asa Gray. We saw and we heard that they are trying to prove that they're bigger than Nike. They believe that they are at the top of the mountain in independent wrestling, in the top of the mountain in the world.
You know, it's funny to me, they are claiming the Rascals are not even a top tag team. Not even perhaps the top tag team. But I don't see the Premier on Impact Wrestling.
That's fair enough, but you can't take anything away from the Premier. Multiple-time tag team champions in multiple companies. Kenway, former champs across the Midwest as well, across the United States even.
All I'm saying, Rob, is maybe a little humility would go a long way for these boys. There is no denying the level of talent they all possess.
My friend, you are preaching to the choir, but unfortunately, they're not going to listen. 2 count.
Everyone rallying behind Moses to deliver. Kenway has been firmly in charge of this match since the Premier caused their distraction earlier.
Absolutely. The numbers game is always behind these 3 competitors. Kenway, Campbell Myers, S.K. Bishop.
And an opening for Moses to deliver. He needs to take advantage of that while Kenway is trying to recover.
If you've ever wondered what happens when you give an elbow drop to the canvas, it doesn't feel very good. But Moses, all starting to fight back.
Here we go, big forearms from Moses to deliver.
Catches the line, back elbow. Here comes Moses, beautiful.
Enziguri.
Beautiful kick from the deliverer. And he's ready to shine a light on the Premier, let me tell you. Here he comes into the corner. Nice running forearm.
Moses is the light that never goes out, Rob, and he's proving it. Over the shoulder of Kenway. Big back elbow.
Moses delivering a fast-paced form of offense here in this matchup against Steve Kenway.
I've got to say, Rob, I don't think Kenway was expecting this kind of offense from Moses.
Absolutely not, but you have to understand Moses fought his way off of the pre-show for 2 years to be here. Moses finally in a prominent spot on the main card, almost winning the match here tonight against Steve Kenway, and what that could do for his career in WrestleMax St. Louis, we can only predict, because unfortunately it hasn't happened yet.
Everyone is trying to make sure that they get the light shown on them whenever it comes time for a contender for that River City Championship, period.
Absolutely. Moses very young in the wrestling business. However, still out to prove himself.
Kenway eats the turnbuckle. Let's see what Moses has got for him.
Oh, wow.
Fisherman's hook suplex. 1, 2, and the premiere.
Campbell Myers.
They've got to get them away from ringside.
Campbell Myers getting involved here. Moses in between two members. There's a low blow from Kenway. Campbell Myers had the referee distracted, and Kenway is going to take home a victory tonight. Here comes that spike pile driver.
No one gets up from that, Rob.
That's it.
It's
1,
academic
2,
at this point.
3.
There it is.
Seasons, 35 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Lee Davidson.
You know, it was almost already out there in the open. The Premier were going to try everything that they could to help their stablemate. I have to wonder what this means later when the team of Soup, Campbell Myers, and SK Bishop go up against the Rascals.
Look at that ear-to-ear grin on the face of Campbell Myers, the premier superstar, as he likes to call himself. These three are just as smug can be, and you can only imagine what that's going to do tonight in their match against the Rascals.
You said it earlier, Rob, the numbers game is always advantageous.
All right, for those of you paying attention, on WrestleMax STL online, we're going to crown a women's champion in August. Tonight, the tournament kicks off. We'll have 2 semifinal bouts, and the winners of those matches will face each other on August 25th, right back here in Columbia, Illinois, at the next episode. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our first women's tournament semifinal underway.
Wrestling fans, it's time to find out the first competitor to enter the final women's title match in August.
Is a semifinal bout in the WrestleMax STL Women's Championship Tournament. Coming to the ring first, she is one half of the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions, Chicago's sweetheart, Missa.
Well, cocky as can be, Missa Kate, one half, as you heard our velvet voice ring announcer, Ben Simon say, one half of the Women's NWA Tag Team Champions.
The Golden Gateway Gab himself, Ben Simon, letting us know a serious contender is coming forth for this WrestleMax Women's Championship.
Absolutely, and I think Missa Kate is just a little more confident than she should be, because look at her opponent.
Jesus, Billie,
All the way across the cosmos, straight from Forbidden Door, right here at WrestleMax, Rob. It's Space Jesus, Billie, gosh dang Starkz.
Absolutely take a look. Billie Starkz, born in the Stars, but currently residing in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, and Missa Kate going to jumpstart the match. She's not going to lose her opportunity to add another championship to her collection.
I'm telling you what, if Missa Kate runs into this and starts underestimating Billie Starkz, she's not going to have a good time. If you pizza when you're supposed to French fry, you're not going to have a good time.
You're absolutely right. That is a very interesting analogy, but it gets the job done. Missa Kate.
It's a ski term for skiing.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of snow here in Illinois.
Absolutely. And here we go. Missa Kate. Oh, caught. Small package.
Small package, only a 2 count. Kick to the gut from Missa Kate. Let's see what she can get out of this. Textbook suplex from Missa Kate on Billie Starkz.
Take a look at what Billie Starkz has accomplished thus far in her career. Literally, months ago, she turned 18 years old. She just last month graduated high school with a 4.0 grade point average.
Valedictorian.
Absolutely. She full-on plans to go through college and have something to fall back on, I guess, because wrestling has been very good to Billie Starkz.
Yeah, I can't imagine this wrestling thing not working out for Billie Starkz. But in case she needs something, then yes.
We saw on the AEW Forbidden Door 0 Hour this year, just days ago from the recording of this event, Billie Starkz fought valiantly in an opening round Owen Hart women's tournament match against Athena. Now, unfortunately, she wasn't able to pick up the victory. That was a huge stage for Billie Starkz, and how proud of her we are, I can't put into words. But right now, I guarantee she is playing in to her zone as she is in the semifinals of the WrestleMax St. Louis women's title tournament.
I'll tell you what, Rob, I don't know if there has been someone on the independent circuit who has lit it up and ascended as quick. It's almost very apropos that she is from the cosmos, because that is where she has ascended to. It's pretty fantastic. And right now, though, Missa Kate has her grounded from those stars with that body scissors.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I should put it into perspective for those watching at home. I might say that Billie Starkz graduated with a 4.0 grade point average. Valedictorian, as you said, Greg. But let me tell you one more thing. During her senior year of high school, she was in Japan. Wrestling in Japan, she kept a 4.0 GPA. That's something that I could have never done. I barely graduated.
Rob, I failed the last semester of geometry that I had in high school. So Bill has definitely got a one-up on me.
Absolutely, and Bill's starting to fire back. You saw the rebound enziguri, and there, a beautiful spin kick. Billie Starkz is in her wheelhouse right now, feeding off of the energy of the St. Louis area crowd. Oh, dragon suplex.
From Billie Starkz.
Only a 2 count.
Can't get frustrated though, Rob. She can't lose sight of it. If she wants to make it to that tournament, she needs to keep it on the level.
Absolutely. Billie Starkz is in her wheelhouse, as I mentioned. If you ask her what might be her second home, take Louisville out of the question, take the Stars out of the question, what does she consider home? I can almost guarantee she'll say St. Louis, Missouri, and you see Missa Kate using the bottom rope for leverage to try and get a pinfall victory over Billie Starkz.
I feel like the referee should be keeping a better eye. I feel like that was a bird's eye view of the ref.
The knee trembler from Missa Kate covered.
2 count. You're not going to put Billie Starkz away that easy, Rob.
Absolutely. Lateral press. She didn't even hook the leg.
It's almost as if she doesn't feel like she has to. That Bill is just a child. But Billie Starkz has achieved so much in so little a time that I feel Missa Kate might be a little intimidated.
Absolutely. You see, not to take anything away from Missa Kate. Oh, here's a snap German from Billie. But not to take anything away from Missa Kate. You cannot play safe in a dangerous game. You cannot play lazy or cocky in a dangerous game like this.
She scouted that right there, Rob.
That is veteran instinct.
Swanton, and good call. Normally, she has a bad habit of missing that swanton.
Whoa. Billie looking for a German into the barricade.
Missa Kate holding on for dear life. Drop down electric chair. Where's Bill taking her? Oh no!
Oh, and Billie sent head first off the corner post. I thought Missa Kate was about to lose a few teeth here.
DDT on the concrete, Rob.
I cannot believe this. Missa Kate, you know, I might have said something about how you can't really take much away from Billie Starkz. You can't play a lazy or an unsafe game at this point in time. Missa Kate scouted that perfectly.
Scouted that perfectly, Rob, and now she is looking to get that count-out victory.
This is a hard gym floor. This is not padded. This is not even carpet. This is a hard gym floor.
That's something to put Ricky Steamboat out of action almost permanently.
Absolutely. But Billie Starkz barely made the referee's count. There's a stomp, and now Missa Kate hammering away on Billie. Chicago's sweetheart.
I don't know about that. The last time she was around, she had some pretty nasty things to say about our little blue dragon, Tootie Lynn, and about our famous Emo's Pizza. So I don't know about sweetheart.
Well, I'll tell you what. Missa Kate can talk all the crap she wants.
Oh, hard shot from Bill. And Kate gives one back. Let's see where we're going here. Another big one from Billie.
Here comes Big Match William off the ropes. Oh, wait a second. Caught the line. Wait a second. Picks her up. Beautiful maneuver. And Billie Starkz, we're going to climb the ropes here. Top
Here we
rope.
go. Swanton bomb, Rob. This could be it.
And it looks like Bill's going to take home the victory. 2, 3.
There we go.
What an ovation from the crowd here in Columbia tonight.
Billie Starkz is a clear favorite to win this, Rob.
Billie Starkz is going to go on to the next episode on August 25th, right here at the Columbia Turner Hall. And we're going to figure out who she's going to face. It's either going to be Su Yung or Blair Onyx.
Well, Blair Onyx walks around here with all of her 8-legged freaks. A lot of people would love to see Blair Onyx, a staple here at WrestleMax, get to go on to that final match. But Su Yung, the undead bride, is quite the obstacle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, tonight is scheduled a 6-way elimination match for the River City Championship. That is going to be our main event. Unfortunately, Cara is unable to compete in this match. However, the match will still happen. We will make a new champion here tonight. And so, without further ado, let's continue tonight's event.
intergender, the First Lady of Hardcore, the Mother Superior of Violence, LuFisto!
I'll tell you what, Rob, intergender is almost an extinct term because of the influence of LuFisto.
LuFisto took the term intergender and made it mean absolutely nothing in today's world of professional wrestling. She took that term in her hand and buried it 6 feet under, allowing men, women, non-binary competitors, and anybody of any gender, sexuality, or background be able to set foot in the ring across from one another.
Well, she's got a brick wall in front of her right now, Rob. Calvin Tankman is about to make his way to the ring.
Her opponent from Indianapolis, Indiana, 330 pounds, heavyweight hustle, Calvin Tankman.
Heavyweight hustle making his way to the ring at WrestleMax St. Louis for the first time since the main event of episode 6 in October of 2021, where he took a crushing defeat to international superstar Minoru Suzuki.
I'll tell you what, Rob. If you told me, hey, I lost to Minoru Suzuki, I'd be like, well, you know what, I probably would too. So I'm not going to hold that against Calvin Tankman, but he's out here to make a statement, and hopefully it doesn't end up with LuFisto as a grease stain on the canvas.
Absolutely. Now, I'll tell you what, an impressive showing that was for heavyweight hustle Calvin Tankman in the main event in October of 2021. It's the last time we saw him in WrestleMax St. Louis, as I said. But maybe he's feeling a little embarrassed. You see, he's coming out with a very cocky attitude, seemingly like he does not appreciate any of the respect and the adulation from the fans. Now, maybe he's feeling embarrassed. Minoru Suzuki picked up Calvin Tankman's 330-pound frame in that match and hit him with a Gotch-style pile driver. An impressive maneuver from Suzuki, however, an impressive showing from Tankman. But Tankman's not feeling very good about that anymore, and he's ready to prove himself against the innovator of intergender, perhaps the extinctor of intergender, LuFisto.
I almost feel like he thinks this is a proving ground, Rob. LuFisto is as tough as they come. Chews up nails, spits out quarters, right? So, and LuFisto starting it off, high poke. Calvin misses, and just hard shots from LuFisto.
And here we go. LuFisto out of the way, continuing with body shots and headbutts to the chest.
Shrug off by Calvin Tankman.
Ducks the right hand, and there's a knife edge chop.
Those are some textbook knife edge chops, Rob Leach.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, Calvin Tankman, usually when he gets hit with a chop like that, he stops and he thinks it's a joke, but that shows just how hard LuFisto can hit, because Calvin Tankman had to stop for a minute and take a breath.
Calvin Tankman is like a school bus in fucking wrestling boots, Rob. So that's a hard brick wall to hit.
Absolutely. And Calvin Tankman now using the middle rope to his advantage. Tankman getting in the face in a very intimidating fashion to the referee, telling the referee to back off, but the referee needs to call this thing down the middle.
LuFisto trying to catch her breath. Let's see what Tankman's got for her. That'll take the wind right out of you. I don't care who you are. I believe those were once referred to as soup bones.
Absolutely. You know, the first time I saw Calvin Tankman, I believe, was in Athens, Illinois in 2018. A very impressive showing then as a big man, and he's only gotten better, and he has only broadened his horizon since then.
Calvin Tankman is an upper echelon talent in the independent circuit, Rob. I don't know if I've ever walked away from a booth and said, you know what, I did not enjoy that Calvin Tankman match.
You know what? I have to agree. Every time I've seen Calvin Tankman in action, it's been nothing less than impressive.
He has taken firm control of this contest. LuFisto is literally being used as a punching bag currently.
And
Tankman, he should be capitalizing on that space right there, Rob. No need to get cocky, not against someone as seasoned as LuFisto.
Absolutely. Tankman, a representative of Tiger Driver 9X.
As well as the Big Stark brand.
Absolutely. And the referee now, you hear here in the ring, has threatened to disqualify Calvin Tankman if he doesn't break a hold in the corner here.
I'll tell you, the referee has given him a lot of leniency because I don't think the fans want to see a disqualification here, Rob.
Not whatsoever. And LuFisto mouth first into the top turnbuckle. And Tankman, I don't know if you can see it under those locks of hair. He's smiling.
Even from that shot to the gut, he still has a smirk on his face, Rob.
Absolutely. But either way,
LuFisto is trying to mount a comeback here. Let's see what comes of it. I don't know if this is going to end well.
oh no. I think he was looking for a cannonball, but LuFisto got the reversal.
Scouted that one well. Oh, and scout. Tankman scouts it right back. Big scoop slam.
Uh-oh. Here comes the pancake. Wow. That's it. 2, 3. No.
That was 2 3/4, Rob. That was as close as it gets. LuFisto is still in this fight.
LuFisto is tougher than I am. I've got to say that much. I would have just given up.
Rob, I'd be popping 3 ibuprofen and going to bed right now. I'm going to tell you.
I'd have to agree. Maybe a couple of cracked ribs later. But Tankman now. The disrespect.
Cover. Disrespectful.
Absolutely.
To the seasoned veteran there. You're not going to put LuFisto away with a pose pin.
No, not whatsoever. And LuFisto is trying to prove that she is being taken very lightly by heavyweight hustle Calvin Tankman.
Calvin Tankman, it almost feels like he is letting out his frustrations. 10 months is a long time to, build up animosity. So
Absolutely. And it's 10 months since our last WrestleMax experience. However, it's been much longer for Calvin Tankman. Again,
I apologize for that, Rob. I did forget that Tankman was not on episode 8.
Oh, wow, a snap German.
And LuFisto is back in this.
Some sort of innovative maneuver there from LuFisto. There's a cross body across the back.
Does she have another one in her, Rob? Oh, and a drop kick right to the dome of Tankman.
A nice basement drop kick. Tankman is out. This could be it here.
I'll tell you what, we've seen a kink in Tankman's armor. That was a strong 2 count for LuFisto.
I have to agree. Again, LuFisto, tougher than anybody would think.
Knee and strike combo. Let's see what she can get out of this. Once again, so close. Not grabbing that leg, not putting the pressure on. Maybe she needs to take this a little more seriously.
I'll tell you, that lateral press, it almost seemed like an act of desperation falling into that cover. There's a running kick now. Again, not hooking the leg here.
I feel like that's a big mistake on her part, Rob.
Only a 2 count.
It takes a lot of energy for Tankman to exert that to get that leg up. You put that extra grease in there to start a fire.
Absolutely. LuFisto now. Waiting for Tankman to get back up to his feet.
Are we looking for a fireman's carry? Not going to happen.
Oh,
Strong shot to the back of the neck.
And it looks like Tankman. Oh, man.
That was right in the throat, Rob. I do not envy LuFisto currently.
Nor do I. And Tankman now looking to take things home. Samoan driver from Heavyweight Hustle.
And that is going to do it, I feel.
One hand, and that's it.
There we go. I don't think anyone's a fan of how Calvin Tankman treated this contest, Rob.
Heavyweight Hustle with a strong victory over the First Lady of Hardcore.
And he's asking for a mic.
Ben
I wonder
Simon.
what Tankman has to say after that emphatic statement with the driver.
Ben Simon might make his way from the bell table and give that man a mic.
Listen, tonight is step 2. You already knew what step 1 is. And becoming the king of STL. Because you can't spell Heavyweight Hustle without STL. So tonight, I'm taking care of the spot. I'm fighting to the River City Championship. And when I got it, I'm the king, baby. That's it. Plain and simple, by any means.
Well, Rob, it looks like Tankman has just entered himself in the 6-man scramble main event.
Calvin Tankman filling Karam's spot. We learned earlier from Ben Simon, Karam can't make it. Tankman joins Outlaw, Camaro, Vega.
And the Generalissimo, MERC. As well as Rahim de la Suede in the 6-man scramble. We'll see what that holds tonight, Rob. Rob, a sudden chill has come over this Turner Hall here in Columbia, Illinois. I believe that is signaling the arrival of the arachnoid herself, Blair Onyx.
This next contest is set for one fall and is a semi-final match in the WrestleMax STL Women's Championship tournament. Introducing first from the Spider's Web, the arachnid, Blair Onyx.
You know, it just got a little cold in here. If you'll hold this for a minute, I'm going to put my jacket back on.
Blair Onyx emerging from the Spider's Web, straight from the shadows, here to try and claim her spot in the finals of the WrestleMax Women's Championship Tournament.
But her opponent, it's not like she's unfamiliar here.
Somebody from off the grid, the blade of the bride, Sue Young.
Well, I'll tell you, Rob, as much as Blair Onyx wants to say that she's emerging from the darkness herself, there is no one more in tune with the darkness than the undead bride herself, Sue Young.
You are absolutely right. This match is a rematch from the very first episode of WrestleMax St. Louis, February 2021. These two faced off in singles action. Sue Young picked up the victory then, and with a title opportunity at stake, I guarantee she plans to do it again.
I can't lie to you, Rob. I'm a little scared right now.
Me too.
I would ask for you to embrace and hold me, but we are already pretty close in this commentary booth.
And it's quite warm in here. Su Yung exits the ring.
I gotta tell you, Su Young's offense, as dangerous as it is, she is a master of mind games. And she is going to take any little opportunity she can to knock Blair Onyx off her fucking pedestal and try to gain the advantage.
Absolutely. And Su Yung, I believe, sent a shiver down the spine of Ben Simon. I believe Su Yung grabbed the microphone for a moment, but used it to strike Blair Onyx and jumpstart this match.
She had Blair Onyx curious. She had her curiosity, and as they say, curiosity killed the spider, maybe. But
it did tonight.
Not tonight. Let's see if Blair Onyx can bounce back.
Here we go. Su Yung choking Blair in the corner. Su Yung, a veteran in the pro wrestling business.
Now, Rob, I got to tell you, I was in attendance for the first WrestleMax show, and it was an absolute surreal moment to be there at the main event of the first WrestleMax show. Su Yung, as you mentioned earlier, picked up the victory. Let's see if Blair's done her scouting.
Well, for a moment, it looks like Blair has found her footing. There was the arm drag into the back elbow in the corner. Snapmare. Here comes Blair off the ropes. Wow.
Short arm lariat right there from Blair Onyx. Gets a 2 count. See, the thing about that kind of maneuver, Rob, is it's going to win both competitors. You're taking a huge risk diving into your opponent like that. Now, Blair, it looks like she's going for them. I believe. Oh! She went for that Muda lock, did not get it locked in.
No. Su Yung had that scouted. She's definitely done her homework. She definitely remembers how it is to be in a ring across from Blair Onyx.
How's it gotta be to be across the ring from Su Yung?
I don't want to know. I can tell you one thing. Su Yung knows that she doesn't want to give Blair Onyx the satisfaction of earning a victory in this rematch, and Blair Onyx doesn't want to take another loss to Su Yung. She knows what it could do if she were to pick up this victory tonight.
Blair Onyx.
DDT spikes Su Yung, center of the ring. 2. Almost a 3 count. Su Yung got the shoulder up.
Blair Onyx has been a staple in WrestleMax since that first episode, Rob. And I think the WrestleMax fandom are looking for someone like Blair to be in that final match, someone to represent the WrestleMax brand as the women's champion.
Oh, wow. Looking for, I believe, a rope-assisted J driller. Cover. 2. That
wasn't enough to put Onyx away.
Su Yung took a moment too long to make it into the cover there. And I believe that cost her the victory at this point. That's that bloody glove. You don't want anything to do with that.
Where's that glove been?
I don't know, nor do I think I want to know.
And Onyx scouts it. What are we looking for? Fireman's carry from Su Yung. What are we looking at here?
Blair elbows out.
Off the ropes.
Sends Su into the ropes.
STO.
Nice reverse STO into the cover. Looking for it. No, she's looking for that Muda lock.
Here we go, Rob. A submission victory is such a definitive victory.
Absolutely.
And she
Blair
has got
Onyx
it locked in.
applies the Muda lock to Su Yung. Could Blair Onyx be set to face Billie Starkz next month? Or excuse me, in August, here at the Columbia Turner Hall.
We're almost to July, Rob. Don't jump too fast.
We are literally 1 day away from July.
We are. You are correct.
Just a few short hours away. But either way, Su Yung reverses the Muda lock. Oh, that's it.
And it looks like the mandible claw has put Blair Onyx away.
Referee threatening to reverse the decision.
She did relinquish at the 4 count, Rob.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. We're winner by technical submission, advancing to the final, Su Yung.
Well, it looks like we have our answer, Rob.
Su Yung versus Billie Starkz on August 25th at the Columbia Turner Hall for WrestleMax St. Louis's next episode. And no, I do know the name of the show. It is literally called The Next Episode.
Right, we promise this isn't lazy. Lazy
wait,
on our
Blair.
part.
Blair comes to life post-match, perhaps signaling that the story between these two isn't done.
It almost looks as if she's beckoning her towards her. Is she trying to have Blair leave with her?
Did these two just form some sort of alliance that I don't know about?
I've heard of Stockholm Syndrome, but this is a little extreme.
Two of the creepiest wrestlers we've ever seen in WrestleMax St. Louis are about to shake hands in Columbia, Illinois. No. Blair's got blood all over her face.
Well, Rob, I believe a statement's been made here. I think Su Yung had Blair Onyx's number from the moment she stepped through those ropes.
Absolutely. This story, I don't think it's anywhere near over.
Might need some paper towels. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the interim, a few announcements. First of all, it's been a great night so far. Thank you so much. Before our main event tonight, we will have a 50-50 drawing. You can get your 50-50 tickets anytime before then, and we will draw before our main event. And also, we had a door prize planned for all of you with your white tickets. We were just going to give a prize away, and it was a pretty good one, but it didn't show up. So we did something different, and 3 lucky winners as a door prize will win a crisp $100 bill. You can't beat that. That's pretty good, right? So we'll also have that door prize drawing for the $100 bills before our main event. All right, before our next bout, it is my pleasure to bring to the ring one of the minds behind wrestling here in St. Louis, a man who was going to be on the card here tonight, but he had surgery on Monday and he is recovering. Please give a warm
St. Louis welcome to KLD, Lee Davidson.
And here he is, Rob, the captain of the ship. Let's see what KLD has to say.
Here we go. KLD is in the Columbia Turner Hall right now, making his way to the ring. Not for action, but surely he's going to address the crowd. He's got something on his mind, and he's going to make it known.
I'll tell you what, Rob, right now I can tell you, I talked to KLD earlier. He is recovering quite speedily. And so hopefully we will see him in action at the next episode.
Absolutely. KLD hasn't been in action for WrestleMax since February of last year. "16 months ago, his last match."
It's amazing to have you back. I know you want to look.
Wait a second. Calvin
Tankman
This
out
man,
of nowhere.
this man just
The
had
man
surgery.
has just had throat surgery.
Literally like 2 days ago.
I think it was on Monday.
4 days ago.
Nevertheless, this is disgusting. Can we get someone out there to help stop this?
KLD literally was not cleared for action tonight because he had to have this procedure. Originally scheduled to be in action against Bryan Keith later tonight. KLD had to be taken off the card, and Calvin Tankman does not give a damn. He inserted himself into the main event tonight, and now he's inserting himself into KLD's business. There's another forearm.
He can't do
No,
this.
no, he's going for the Samoan driver.
Good Lord. He just picked up KLD like a sack of potatoes and spiked him like a pool cue right into the ring canvas.
He just dropped him on his damn head.
He dropped him on his neck. The man literally had throat surgery. Someone needs to get in there and check on him.
You know, not to steal a moniker from Bryan Keith, but you'd better believe there's got to be a bounty on Calvin Tankman in tonight's main event, at least from anybody that respects KLD.
We have finally got some support coming from the back. I can't say I'm a fan of the kind of statement Calvin Tankman is trying to make, but if he wanted to get Kev's attention, he just did it.
Tankman's a different man since he lost to Minoru Suzuki in October of 2021. But this is unacceptable.
And it's funny, as much as Minoru Suzuki, as much as Calvin Tankman is thinking about that loss to Minoru Suzuki, the sun does not concern itself with the ant that it burns on the concrete, Rob. I have to imagine Minoru Suzuki looked at it as another day at the office, and that drives Calvin Tankman even further into his rage.
All right, we need a ring cleanup, please. We need a ring cleanup.
Right here. Sanitize!
Blood? Yeah.
Blair athlete meeting?
It's a...
Did a swell job doing that.
I should have. Someone went up there, okay? And literally, like, ran myself and threw it. He was doing this. No, I was like,
All right, looks like we're just about ready to go in.
I don't believe me. I didn't
All right, back to action here with WrestleMax STL Reborn.
Here we go.
Women's contest is set to one fall. Introducing first, representing Swiss House from Queens Point, Texas, the bounty hunter, Bryan Keith.
The bounty hunter is making his way to the ring. That's the king of Texas right there, Rob. But I will tell you this, that man is no stranger to the lay of the land here in St. Louis. That man has went toe-to-toe with KLD, Gary J, and Mike Outlaw, the inaugural River City champion.
Absolutely. You said it better than I ever could. The Bounty Hunter is in WrestleMax St. Louis for the first time. Originally scheduled for action against KLD. He's going one-on-one with ATM tonight, a young up-and-comer. As we mentioned earlier, KLD undergoing a last-minute procedure this week. The card had to be changed, and I don't believe Bryan Keith is very happy whatsoever. However, as Greg mentioned, my cohort Greg Cluck mentioned earlier, Bryan Keith knows a lot about St. Louis because that inevitable tie, the illustrious tie between St. Louis and Texas, has forever been evident. Bryan Keith knows what he's talking about, and surely he's done his homework for tonight.
From St. Louis, Illinois, 205 pounds, the moneymaker,
ATM has been around, another one of the young lions. We spoke about contention earlier for the WrestleMax title. After tonight's Scramble main event, I gotta imagine ATM is on that list, Rob.
You are absolutely right. The CEO of Moneymaker LLC, Mr. All That Matters, ATM, back in a WrestleMax ring, and this is the biggest match, potentially, of his entire career. We saw back in October of 2021, he was successful in tag team action.
Rob, it looks like Bounty Keith is stalking the ring. He's letting ATM know that he's on his time.
You are absolutely right. Bryan Keith, 100% taking his sweet time here tonight. He was made to wait before the show started due to power issues. A huge storm that ripped through Columbia, Illinois that looks like maybe it's on its way back. But Bryan Keith now, because of that, is making the fans wait for his match even longer.
You know, someone with the reach and star power of Bryan Keith, and he doesn't seem too happy about the support that this crowd is giving ATM.
Not whatsoever. Bryan Keith is 100% focused in the zone, telling the crowd that their opinions do not matter to him. The bell has sounded, however, and ATM is now in the pool with a shark. Will he swim or will he be eaten alive? This is the ultimate test in St. Louis wrestling for Mr. All That Matters.
I gotta tell you, Rob, Keith finally took off that poncho, and it's warm in here. So, I don't know if sharks wear ponchos, but if they did, they would be Bryan Keith.
You are absolutely correct. Bryan Keith is going to take his time. The bell has rang. He's got a 10 count on the outside of the ring.
And at this point, Bryan Keith is just pulling the strings, playing the mind games with ATM.
Absolutely.
He's telling him to give him space, as if they're not already confined to the square circle.
You know exactly how it goes. When there's a shark in there with an opponent, I guess you could say, when the shark is in the pool with an opponent, he likes to take his time. He likes to study the landscape. That's exactly what Bryan Keith is doing here. The scent of blood has not yet entered the water, but it may very soon, because once he smells blood, the shark known as Bryan Keith will strike. Right there.
And you called it, Rob.
He saw the moment of vulnerability. He saw ATM fall right into his plan, and Bryan Keith now taking control at the beginning moment of this match.
You know, I gotta say, it's that inexperience on ATM's part, and he can't help it. Bryan Keith has been around the block quite a few times, and ATM thinking that Bryan Keith could be his friend, big mistake on his part, and right now he's paying for it.
Absolutely. ATM had reversed for a moment.
Big arm drag, and Bryan Keith goes to the outside. That's a smart move. That means ATM's got to go after him.
Absolutely. Bryan Keith was not expecting such a strong takeover at the early moment of this contest. However, now, Bryan Keith is going to take his moment, recollect himself. Very strategic and very respectable, I might say, as a veteran of this business.
I gotta tell you, Rob, it's smart on ATM's part. He's not playing into it. He's standing his ground, waiting for Bryan Keith to come back to him, and that's important.
Absolutely. Don't fall for the mind games that Bryan Keith, the bounty hunter, is trying to play. Collar and elbow tie-up. Both men vying for the upper hand. And Bryan Keith now.
Oh, and he psyched him out there, Rob.
Again, he saw the moment of vulnerability and he struck. And now ATM sends him off, taken right down to the mat.
As much as he may be a shark when he smells blood in the water, there's no doubt in my mind that when he strikes like that, you're seeing a full diamondback rattlesnake in that ring.
You are absolutely right.
And swats away the drop kick as if ATM were nothing but a nuisance.
And ATM pushes him off here. Comes in hot, picked up over the top rope to the apron. Went for the enziguri, blocked the forearm. Bryan Keith down into a seated position in the corner. Oh, and there's a big boot.
He got all of that right in the kisser, Rob.
Here comes Bryan Keith. There's the drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick. I don't think we've seen a bad drop kick tonight, Rob.
No, not whatsoever. But I'll tell you one thing right now, ATM sees his time. He sees that he has to take advantage of this moment, and there's a knife-edge chop.
And that's the thing, you get out there across this guardrail, you have no padding. You're literally skin to metal.
Absolutely. These two gentlemen are getting up close and personal with the crowd in Columbia, Illinois tonight.
ATM asking for silence. Loud thud echoes throughout the Turner Hall here in Columbia, Rob.
Oh, and there's a poke to the eye.
Bryan Keith not a fan of the WrestleMax crowd.
And the crowd not a fan of his antics here in the middle of this matchup. However, I must say those are veteran instincts. He saw the slight opening and did what he had to do to take advantage. But now ATM reverses again.
Referee giving a lot of leniency here, Rob.
Bryan Keith sent back into the ring. Here comes ATM, who ducks the clothesline. There's a shoulder block of his own.
The crowd firmly behind ATM, Rob.
ATM.
Oh, and he is taking advantage. We're going to talk about that moment of vulnerability. I think Bryan Keith has had one, but comes right back.
There's another big boot from the bounty hunter. And now Bryan Keith hammering away on the CEO of Moneymaker LLC. Cover.
Does he get junk mail for that, like I get junk mail?
He's got to be. He's got to be.
Got to be getting junk mail. Use that for Tinder in your bond.
I suppose. Either way. There's the knee drop.
Here we go, Keith.
Another hook of the outside leg.
Short too, Rob.
Absolutely.
ATM is in this 100% still.
ATM's not going to go down that easily. He understands what's at stake in this matchup. He understands what he has to do to pick up the victory. And he understands what it could do for his career if he does. Now, bounty hunter Bryan Keith, it seems, taking a page out of the book of Steve Urkel, hiking up those pants almost to the pectoralis.
Those pants are as high as ATM's dreams currently, Rob.
And you know what? It's good to have dreams. Oh, and the referee almost had to count Bryan Keith out against the ropes.
Always wanted to have my own sandwich named after me, Rob. That's a good dream.
That's an absolutely great dream.
Bryan Keith in full control right now. ATM has tried to take advantage of every opportunity. And wait a minute, here comes another one. Right to the face.
ATM up and over the top rope, caught with a right
Keith
hand.
gives one right back. And
now,
this is another good veteran move. It's all that energy that ATM has to exert to get back in the ring.
absolutely, Bryan Keith is just going to stand in waiting.
And this is time for him to recoup. This is time for him to catch his breath. And this is time that ATM does not have right now.
No, it is not, but luckily, the referee understands how big of a match this is for both competitors. This is Bryan Keith's debut at WrestleMax St. Louis, but this is ATM's perhaps his biggest match of his career.
Yeah, I don't know if there's another star that's come across the WrestleMax scene that is an opportunity as big as Bryan Keith. You want to talk about him being a bounty hunter, putting Bryan Keith's name in your cap as the feather in your cap? I mean, that's huge.
Absolutely. Bryan Keith, Irish whip reversed by ATM. Here he comes, caught with a boot again in the corner.
Bryan Keith having none of it, Rob.
ATM went for a clothesline.
Suplex.
Nice exploder from Bryan Keith.
He's stalking ATM. He's stalking his prey. It's like he's going to turn him in. What have we got?
Oh, wait. ATM reverse arm drag. Here we go. There's a strong forearm.
House of Fire, ATM.
Nice.
Beautiful, Inziger.
Nice. ATM scouted his position, and now he's right where he needs to be. Picked up over the top rope. There's the Inziger he was looking for. He looked for that earlier. Bryan Keith reversed. Now here we go again. There's the drop kick to the temple.
He's doing that is smart, Rob, making sure that he cannot reach out for that rope, but it was not enough.
You're absolutely right. Only a 2 count. ATM.
You know, at this point, you gotta wonder, is Bryan Keith having doubts about letting this young lion in to this contest?
You gotta think that he may be, especially there. There's a clothesline, and he went up and over the top rope. Comes right back in, rolls through, big cutter to Bryan Keith. ATM into the cover, hook of the leg, no. Back press almost got him the win. Only a 2.
Should have went for the leg, Rob. I know they're at the point now where they're starting to get winded, they're starting to get tired, but that's when you have to understand you need to take those little advantages.
Absolutely, and ATM now, you see him pleading with the referee. Please tell me that wasn't just a 2. However, you can't let emotions get the best of you when you're in the pool with a shark.
It's got to be hard, though, Rob. Exhausting your entire arsenal against someone like Bryan Keith, and he shrugs it off as if you were an insect.
100%. You got to think. You got to think how hard this is for ATM to not show.
Big forearm from ATM. Keith!
Up and over.
Oh!
Roundhouse kick. This could
may be the end for ATM. ATM
Whoa.
powers out.
Oh,
kick.
man.
Rob, we got a double count in the ring right now. I don't think either of these men want this to end in a draw.
That super kick landed right flush across the jaw, but Bryan Keith, unfortunately, not able to be pinned quite yet by ATM, and he rolls to the outside. Veteran ring awareness from the bounty hunter.
You know, that's what it's going to be the edge here for Bryan Keith. It's hard to match ATM physicality. It's hard to match ATM on dexterity. And so, yeah, he's going to need to rely on those veteran instincts. That may have just saved him from a loss, Rob.
Absolutely. ATM broke the 10 count and made his way back to the outside. ATM very begrudgingly, might I add, picking Bryan Keith up, rolling him back into the ring.
Now Keith going to the other side, Rob.
Keith now, we saw this earlier, he took so much time on the outside trying to get into the head of ATM.
And now he's just playing the games, the mind games with him again, Rob.
You see right here.
ATM, he cannot get frustrated.
Right there it was.
And there it is.
Knee trembler, this could be it. He played the games that we mentioned before.
And here we go.
Tiger driver.
And it's over.
Tiger
Bryan
bomb,
Keith
I should say.
The win.
24, arrow there by a pinfall, the bounty hunter, Bryan Keith.
Not a tiger driver, a liger bomb, I should have said there. Bryan Keith.
He pulled those pants up, Rob.
Absolutely.
It's got to be a sensory thing.
Channeling his inner Jaleel White.
I wear my shorts up that high. I get it.
Oh, I completely understand.
A couple of fans are showing their support for Keith. I don't think it wants anything to do with the WrestleMax crowd.
He is not impressed with the lack of respect, the lack of adulation from this crowd. Bryan Keith to the outside, getting in the fans' faces at ringside. But one thing is for sure, these fans can't take away the fact that Bryan Keith picked up a big victory over ATM. And how disappointed does ATM have to be that he couldn't knock off the bounty hunter?
I'll tell you what, Rob, once again, the richest prize in WrestleMax, that River City Championship. You have to imagine Bounty Keith has a claim to see if he can go toe-to-toe with whoever emerges victorious.
All right, now is amongst your last chances to get in on that 50-50 raffle. We will draw it after our next match. Also, WrestleMax STL is proud to present the next episode right back here at Turner Hall on Friday, August 25th. Before you leave tonight, be sure to get your tickets. You will save because there's no process and you're going to save the price off the door as well. So, get your tickets for August 25th before you leave here tonight.
It's too pretty in here. Let's take a vacation. From Kansas City, the team of the premier superstar Campbell Myers, Campbell SK Bishop, will come here.
Oh, baby. These two, love them or hate them, are a force to be reckoned with. The premier superstar, that boy SK Bishop, the We're ready for action tonight. And
These are two of the top talents in the area. As much as I may not like how they conduct themselves, you cannot deny their ability and their talent, Rob.
You're absolutely right. Love them or hate them, this is the biggest match of their career. Kenway won his first match in the St. Louis area in 3 years earlier tonight over the Deliverer Moses. And now, Campbell Myers and SK Bishop, the other 2/3 of the Premier, have a big match ahead of them.
From the treehouse, the team of Trey, Miguel, and Zachary Wentz, the Rascals.
So the Rascals are making their way to the ring. They are the current Pro Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Champions. Since returning to the scene, I don't know if anyone's been having a win streak like the Rascals.
I think you're right. I don't know if they have either. Trey Miguel and Zach Wentz.
Both of these men are so well traveled. Both of these men are so well road worn. As good as the Premier are, I can't imagine the Premier that this is going to be the cup of coffee that the Premier think it is, no matter how much Soup may like that kind of stuff, that coffee.
No, you're absolutely right. And Campbell Myers letting us all know the Premier has 3 people on their team. In case anybody couldn't count, they have 3 people on their team and the Rascals only have 2. The numbers game, as I mentioned earlier tonight, always prevalent when it comes to the Premier.
You know, the Premier, as much as they want to get under your skin, they're not going to get sloppy. They're going to wait for you to make a mistake, and then they're going to try and capitalize. I don't know how well that kind of plan is going to work tonight against a couple of vets like the Rascals.
You're absolutely right. I mean, these guys are veterans. Years and years of experience between Zach Wentz and Trey Miguel.
I gotta tell you, Rob, I already don't like this. The numbers game clearly helped Kenway obtain that victory earlier, and I have a feeling it may just play a part in this match as well.
Well, when it comes time for Kenway to call a Premier huddle, you already know something's up their sleeves. Campbell Myers now.
Well, I can tell you it's not on their shirts, because their shirts do not have sleeves, Rob.
Well, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. Either way, Campbell Myers is going to start things with Zach Wentz of the Rascals.
I'm sure Campbell would like to think that they're saying Campbell, but they are indeed saying Rascals, Rob.
As you can tell by Zach Wentz feeding off of that energy of the excited crowd, the hot crowd here in Columbia. Again,
So
storms.
one thing I do want to bring up, Rob, is, some of these Midwest talents, you got to worry about how they're doing in this heat. I know we all grew up in it. Wentz resides in Orlando, so he is well and primed in this kind of weather. I'm almost going to say that gives the Rascals an advantage.
Oh, absolutely. He probably trains in this weather literally every day. But I can tell you one thing right now. Again, I want to reiterate. We've had a hellacious evening tonight. Leading up to the show, a huge storm came through Columbia, knocked out all the power. What we are running right now, a sound system, a couple projectors, and some lights off of a generator that was so graciously donated by a passerby. Such is the world of wrestling. However, we've had a hot night of action. The air conditioning's not working. It's hot outside, but I can tell you one thing. The action is hot in the ring as well.
I feel like that's a testament to how much St. Louis loves professional wrestling. Everyone likes to say St. Louis is a baseball town. People like to say St. Louis is a hockey town. St. Louis is, in fact, a wrestling town. And right now, the Rascals are showing exactly that kind of wrestling we love. Double team on SK Bishop. And those Premier boys are trying to regroup.
Trey Miguel and Zach Wentz going to go for some topes. Oh, there's the double NZ from the outside.
Scouted well by the Premier. The Premier are not slouches, Rob.
No, they're not slouches. Love them or hate them. They actually stay on their toes.
Beautiful tag by Trey Miguel. And Zach Wentz coming in hot. Getting ready, coming off the ropes. The drive-through by the Premier.
Beautiful maneuver. Great tag team, innovative tag team offense between SK Bishop and the Premier superstar, Campbell Myers. It's a right hand to the ribs.
Almost
Zach
feel like
Wentz.
this is a mirror matchup, Rob. You're looking at a talented set of gentlemen against another talented set of gentlemen. The only thing separating them is time.
Absolutely. But now Zach Wentz, a few strikes and chops, but pulled by the hair back down to the mat by Campbell Myers.
Referee giving a little bit of discretion there to Campbell, giving him a stern warning not to pull that again, though.
There's the elbow drop down to the tricep of Zach Wentz.
Trey can't let him get under his skin like that.
Now referee firmly distracted. We've got a triple team effort here in the corner.
The numbers game coming into effect, Rob.
And now SK Bishop against the bottom rope, choking Wentz of the Rascals. Now referee distracted again.
Taking advantage.
And Kenway tried to get involved, but instead, at least he thought about it first. The referee's only going to let himself be distracted for so long.
He's watching it. That referee will expel him from ringside.
Absolutely. Now I do want to mention that was a very beautiful Russian leg sweep into the float over into the lateral press by SK Bishop.
Bishop
Beautiful
taunting
maneuver.
Trey Miguel with Zach's hand and making sure to cut off that ring. Wentz has not been able to make it back to his corner in the last 3 to 5 minutes. And when you're in there with two talents like the Premier, it feels like an eternity.
Absolutely. And now you look at the Premier, you may not like them. They've got cocky attitudes. They love to use the numbers game. They love to cheat. They love to do anything underhanded to help themselves win. However, these three gentlemen move like the most well-oiled machine I may have ever seen in my life.
I'll tell you what, Rob, I had the opportunity to drive a 1967 Cadillac Eldorado. Not as smooth as the Premier.
Absolutely. The Premier know exactly where they are and what they need to do in every situation. Oh, just like that, Campbell Myers.
Soup hit the mark on that dropkick.
Veteran instinct coming up off the ropes for that dropkick. Only a 2 count, however. And Wentz knocked back into the Premier's corner.
And once again, the numbers game. Bishop and Campbell Myers making sure that Wentz is not getting that tag that he so desperately needs.
Absolutely, and now Bishop with Wentz in the corner. There's a shot to the midsection. Campbell caught with a boot.
And you almost have to wonder, Rob, Myers and Bishop, they're together every single week and have been for the last 5 years. And that is not to discredit the Rascals, but when you're that young and that hungry, you may just have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to teamwork. And as soon as I say it, Trey Miguel coming in like a house of fire.
Absolutely. I have got to say right now, the Premier are multiple-time tag team champions across multiple companies across the nation. so are the Rascals. Nice double stomp, only a 2 count.
You gotta wonder if it's risky, Wentz being back in here, and just as I say it, that veteran instinct kicks in and he makes a tag.
Absolutely nice tag to Trey Miguel, who's going to continue to dish out offense to Campbell Myers, who's now playing defense for the first time in this match, essentially. Oh, double-handed chop. Wow!
Right back up, Trey Miguel with an enziguri. And the Premier with a stomp of their own.
Oh, there's a well-placed kick to Wentz on the outside. Trey covered 2. No!
And Bishop letting it get to him. You got to hold those tantrums off, boys. There's no crying in wrestling.
You know, I have very, very, very little respect for the Premier. But I must say, they are, no pun intended, a premier tag team in the Midwest, hell, in the United States.
I've heard them dubbed the marquee of the Midwest, and I tell you, I can't disagree.
Oh, went for the double buzzsaw. They met kick pass.
Great scouting by Trey Miguel.
Irish whip. Reversal. Oh, Wentz with a kick to the rear.
Oh no, Soup is in a precarious predicament here.
Oh man.
That one rang out through.
Oh, and a 619 knocks him off.
Oh my goodness, what is he in store for, Rob?
Wentz with a burning hammer position. Miguel. Oh, and there's Kenway.
Kenway.
Knocked off. That's a disqualification.
You gotta imagine that was gonna spell the end for the Premier, Rob.
And now the Premier triple teaming the Rascals. Kenway, the leader of the Premier, saw the only way out. An attack from an outside competitor, losing his team the match. Whether they like it or not, tonight, there's no Premier up because they just lost by disqualification.
Well, you gotta
thanks
wonder,
to their
Rob,
leader.
are they gonna dig in for that victory, or is the damage that they're gonna do to Wentz and Miguel a little bit more sweet?
You know, quite frankly, and this may not be very professional of me as a commentator, I don't care. These three have done everything they ever could in every company they've set foot in to cause the most chaos, to play that numbers game.
Well, it looks like they've infested WrestleMax, Rob. It looks like we might be having to deal with the Premier for quite some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, 9 minutes, 14 seconds. Your winners by vacation. By disqualification, the winners, the Rascals.
Premier's not up tonight. Premier's not up tonight, Kenway. I'm very sorry to tell you. You know, I'm sorry to get so emotionally invested here, but these three, excuse my language, they really piss me off.
I'll tell you what, Rob. Sometimes you lose the battle to try and win the war. I gotta imagine the Premier have some sort of plan up their sleeve, and that's a tough one for the Rascals.
I said no yelling on the bus. That's okay. Just don't do it again. WrestleMax STL. What a huge debut for Dan the Dad. Mance Warner, super tough. And hey, I'll trade in my coffee for a beer any day. You know that about old Dan the Dad. But now I've got my eye on that WrestleMax STL Championship. Whoever takes it home tonight, just know that Dan the Dad is waiting.
And now, from Turner Hall in Columbia, Illinois, it's time for what you came to see. Your WrestleMax STL Reborn main event. This contest is a six-pack elimination match for the vacant River City Championship. Now, in this match, 6 competitors will be in the ring. Eliminations occur by pinfall or submission, and the last man in will be the winner.
River City. River City. All right, Rob, it looks like first up, the Suede Daddy himself. I'll tell you what, if I had to put that, you know what, he's my pick. Rahim de la Suede has all of it. Charisma, in-ring skill. As the good old legend Razor Ramon used to say, he oozes machismo.
Rahim de la Suede. Now this man you should be familiar with again from the very beginning of WrestleMax STL. This man fought his way up from the pre-show. He was at one point on an undefeated streak.
He's got what the kids call the Riz.
Absolutely. W-Riz from Rahim de la Suede tonight. And it's really got the crowd on his side. Could Rahim pull off the upset? Remember, this is a 6-pack eliminator match for the vacant title, meaning eliminations occur by pinfall or submission. With 6 people in this match, I don't believe there are any countouts or disqualifications. No rope breaks, possibly, but either way, elimination by pinfall or submission. The last person in the match without being eliminated will be the River City champion.
Yeah, I would venture to say, Rob, I don't think anyone has the advantage in this match. And right now, everyone stand at attention and glory be for the Generalissimo.
MERC has been a mainstay, a namesake of WrestleMax St. Louis.
It's been 10 long months for him. He last competed in episode 8. And I gotta tell you, if you don't think that he's not a serious contender for the River City Championship, you've literally got your eyes closed.
You are absolutely right. Now let's talk about Spitfire Davey Vega, a tag team and singles wrestling specialist. Multiple time singles champion across the Midwest. Multiple tag team champions across the Midwest. A 17-year veteran of pro wrestling trained by St. Louis namesake Dingo.
I'll tell you what, I may have to change my pick, Rob. It's hard to bet against Spitfire Davey Vega.
But out comes somebody else who's not easy to bet against. Perhaps, well, what was going to be the biggest competitor in this match.
From UC, USA, 265 pounds, the Camaro Jackson.
You know, he talks about his quads an awful lot, Rob, but I'm here to tell you right now, much like Atlas, Camaro Jackson can hold the entire weight of the world on his shoulders if he leaves with that River City Championship tonight.
You're absolutely right. Camaro Jackson spends his weekdays as a trainer helping the younger talent of today's generation make their way up through the ranks in pro wrestling in the Midwest. But he spends his weekends as the top guy, not only in WrestleMax, but across multiple companies. A multiple-time former heavyweight champion, a multiple-time tag team champion. Camaro Jackson has done everything he could possibly do in this region of the United States, and I won't be surprised if he breaks out in the very near future.
And a very ominous entrance at this point. Calvin Tankman, at last we saw him, took KLD, picked him up like a piece of styrofoam, and then tried to break him like one.
Calvin Tankman is doing too much tonight, I must say. Calvin Tankman first bullying his way through a match against LuFisto, and then attacking the WrestleMax founder KLD earlier tonight.
330 pounds, heavyweight hustle, Calvin Tankman.
And you have to wonder, Rob, even with the outing with LuFisto earlier, Tankman looks fresh.
He would like to be known as the King of St. Louis, Calvin Tankman.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to buy that, Rob.
Calvin Tankman obviously getting under the skin of Camaro Jackson recently in the St. Louis area. These two have had many issues with each other, but the final competitor is the gentleman who first won the River City title.
The inaugural. There he is, Rob, the inaugural River City champion. I was there live when Mike Outlaw got to actually put his hands on that belt. And what a moment it was. He dove into the fans. He has a connection to this city like no one else. There's a reason the fans are on their feet for Mike Outlaw.
I remember the first time I saw Outlaw defend that title was against Rohit Raju, who had stolen the physical belt. Mike Outlaw, many victories in WrestleMax St. Louis.
I think this crowd is letting us know who they're picking to win this six-man eliminator match.
I think we can be safe in saying that Mike Outlaw is the only competitor in this match who has some sort of history with every one of his opponents.
Absolutely, Rob.
Six-way elimination match for the title, your referee, Jake Wade.
Mike Outlaw is easily the most well-traveled in that ring. I don't even know if Davey Vega has had run-ins with Calvin Tankman or MERC. Mike Outlaw has faced every single one of these men in singles competition.
MERC saying glory be, and glory be it will if MERC were to win the title, at least in the eyes of his fans and the eyes of his followers. I will say, speaking of Mike Outlaw, real name, no gimmicks. Mike Outlaw does not hide behind a mask. He does not hide behind a character. He is the man that he presents in front of the crowd. He's the general of the Bandana Brigade, the first ever River City champion as the match gets underway.
And Vega is on Outlaw, MERC is on Camaro, and Tankman seemingly just took out Rahim de la Suede.
Rahim de la Suede's knocked out.
I will tell you, speaking about real name, no gimmicks, if I had a nickel for every time I've seen someone ask Mike Outlaw for his driver's license, I don't know, I'd probably have about $6.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Suede picked up, but helped by Mike Outlaw here.
Not letting it happen. I don't want to say that anyone's taking sides in this match, Rob, but everyone has got to want to get Tankman out of there.
Now, I've got to say, Mike Outlaw in WrestleMax St. Louis alone has a 9-win, 2-loss record wins over the likes of KLD. He has defeated Calvin Tankman in the past. He's defeated Rohit Raju. Oh, wow.
Group effort there, Rob. Big suplex on Calvin Tankman.
Oh, and now Vega and MERC jumping their opponents.
Has one of the most impressive win-loss records here in WrestleMax.
Absolutely. As I was saying, Mike Outlaw, 9-2 record. He's the only man that I believe has defeated 2 of his opponents in this match. Calvin Tankman and Camaro Jackson have both fallen victim to Mike Outlaw on his reign of terror back in 2021. Mike Outlaw has participated in multiple tournaments. The David Lee Memorial Tournament, I believe, twice now for WrestleMax St. Louis, or at least the first one back in 2021.
The second David Lee Memorial Tournament, Rob, was in order to crown the new River City champion, and Mike Outlaw did emerge victorious in that tournament.
Absolutely. Mike Outlaw has only lost 2 matches. One of them was to somebody who was scheduled for this match tonight, unfortunately unable to make it here this evening. Karam has defeated Mike Outlaw in singles competition.
That's a dangerous man, Karam. It's almost a blessing in disguise that he's not in this match. However, getting Calvin Tankman plugged in may not be so great either.
I would say 5 of these competitors got really lucky, but also got the bad end of the stick, if I may keep my words PG, if you will.
Rahim de la Suede!
Oh, kick from MERC.
He was scouted on that. MERC has got him hung up in the ropes.
MERC telling the crowd to shun the dissidents. Oh!
Disgusting drop kicks from MERC.
Literally.
And Rahim de la Suede.
Straight to the back of the head. But
and
turn
Camaro
around.
Jackson is sneaking up behind MERC. What's he got for him? It's not a Christmas surprise. It's a knife edge chop.
You know, Camaro Jackson and Mike Outlaw have wrestled the same amount of matches, but Outlaw has the better win-loss record. Camaro is 7-4 in WrestleMax St. Louis.
I'll tell you what, he is laying into MERC right now.
Oh, man.
Right at this
Bounce!
And it looks like Camaro is looking to put MERC away.
Here we go. Show us why they call you the Quad Father.
I'm telling you what, I'm getting a Charlie horse just watching this.
Man.
And lands him flat on his back, Rob.
My quads would be non-existent if I tried something like that.
That's correct.
And here comes Camaro with Davey. Vega.
Oh, an exploder right into the corner by Vega. Hard kick.
To the back of the head. Cover.
It's the leg. Nope.
Now remember, this is an elimination match. We've seen no eliminations thus far in this contest. All 6 competitors are still viable to win the title tonight. Oh, nice drop kick from Suede. Suede knows a lot about Vega. He's definitely done his homework there, but somebody...
Kaiju incarnate.
Somebody that nobody in this match did homework for, because they didn't find out he was in this match until literally an hour and a half ago. Calvin Tankman again.
Tankman just cleaned Rahim de la Suede's block.
I'm telling you what, that's the second time in this match alone that Rahim has been knocked out.
And I don't think anyone is able to get near
Here's MERC.
Here we
Those
go.
lethal kicks.
Vega and MERC are trying to get some sort of offense in.
MERC and Vega with some sort of interesting alliance in this match. But there's a double pounce.
It's almost like Calvin Tankman is reinvigorated, Rob. I don't think he's even feeling any of these hits. I don't think he's feeling these strikes.
Oh, there's a well-placed knee from MERC. the Generalissimo. Now hammering away, bob and weave. Well, now Tankman went for a back fist, caught with a slap, and again, here's MERC with a rolling elbow.
He's really laying it in. Don't do that.
Glory be.
Well,
there's the back elbow. Yeah, this is.
He should not have.
Say goodnight.
Taking his eyes off Tankman.
Big power bomb. 2, 3.
Good night, Generalissimo.
Glory be. The Generalissimo is now out of this contest.
We're down to 5, Rob.
And here's Davey Vega. I
Davey
mentioned
Vega
earlier.
will cut you down. I've never known him to be a lumberjack, but those kicks are doing the job.
Davey Vega, one of the most lethal strikers in St. Louis history. Again, as I said, 17-year veteran. He has got a 2-1 singles record in WrestleMax St. Louis. 2 victories in the David Lee Memorial Tournament. In fact, all 3 singles matches. Oh, wow.
Calvin Tankman just wrapped up Vega in a pretty little bow and sent him packing, Rob.
Make that singles record 2-2 for Davey Vega. I was too busy talking over his statistics. And Calvin Tankman made short work of Vega.
Calvin Tankman is nigh unstoppable right now, Rob.
Here's Suede.
It does not bode well for Rahim de la Suede. Suede's not going to give up, though.
Suede hammering away on Tankman.
Tankman almost seems invulnerable.
Here's Outlaw and Camaro. Go for a triple send-off into the ropes. Oh, man!
Big triple maneuver. I look like a triple code breaker, Rob.
A double flapjack. Oh, now. Lethal chops from the Quad Father.
And you see, they were close friends for a minute. Now they're back out in it.
The Quad Father, as I said, has held many titles in wrestling. Oh, man. Tells Outlaw to sit his ass down.
He caught Rahim like a piece of tissue paper, and now a spread slam into Mike Outlaw.
You know, that is essentially the aura of professional wrestling. Beat a man with another man. Man.
And we're back to adding in Calvin Tankman to the equation. I've seen Camaro perform quite a many feat of strength. I don't know how he's going to hold up against 330 pounds of brick wall in Calvin Tankman.
No, I completely agree. This is almost a dream match here in St. Louis. I mean, these two have had their issues in the St. Louis area over the past number of months. And now throwing lumber to see who the better man is in this River City title match.
I've never seen a lick of quit in Camaro Jackson, and he's not going to back down now.
Oh, he went for that lariat that usually ends his opponents. But man, what a
Giant
spine
buster.
buster! Roll through from Tankman. Oh, he's looking for that Samoan driver again. Third one of the evening. Camaro's done for.
Drilled him like a DeWalt bit. And Camaro is done, Rob.
3 eliminations for Calvin Tankman in this matchup. I don't want to play predictions because we are unbiased commentators, but Tankman, I think he's on a clean road to victory here tonight.
Well, right now he's up against the General himself. Let's see how he fares. He's looking to give Outlaw. One of those drivers in Outlaw says no. What's going on, Robin?
In a second.
Let's be clear on this, folks. Kevin Lee Davidson was not clear to compete tonight and was attacked earlier by Calvin Tankman.
This KLD. Dan the Dad having to hold him back. Dan the Dad and his wife.
Tankman is distracted Mike Outlaw taking advantage.
Outlaw springboard.
Outlaw gets it.
Tankman stunned. Rahim
De La Suede going up to the top. What are we going to get, Rob?
Rahim to the top rope. 450. Rahim with the biggest pinfall.
Is eliminated.
Rahim Suede with the biggest pinfall of his career tonight.
He just laid Calvin Tankman out with a devastating 450.
And just like that, 2 men remain. It'll be Rahim De La Suede or Mike Outlaw taking home the strap tonight.
Well, you know, maybe my call earlier wasn't so out of the realm of possibilities. Rahim De La Suede is an absolute beast. But Mike Outlaw, this is Mike Outlaw City. And he's going to do everything he can to be back on top in his city.
Will the legend rise to the top again and prove that he's not washed up? Prove that this is still his territory? Will he become a 2-time River City champion? Or will the young upstart, who's been fighting his way from the pre-show up for 2 years in WrestleMax, finally get his comeuppance and earn his first championship in WrestleMax?
Outlaw looking for it again.
Oh, God!
Suede counters with a flatliner.
2, he got him 3. That's it. No, only a 2.
Rob, that was as close as it gets. Rahim has got to capitalize.
And he is not letting the emotion play into his
Don't
head.
worry about taunting, Suede. You need to get in there if you're going to put away Outlaw.
Outlaw's up. Big right hand. Outlaw second rope. How big will it be? This place won't have a roof anymore if Rahim Suede wins the title.
Busted. They can't blow the doors open. Doors are already open. I don't know what's going to happen if Rahim De La Suede.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Outlaw.
Mike Outlaw cracks him.
Small package, that's it. 2. You got him. Oh,
here we go.
Man, big knee.
From Suede.
Big knee. Poison Rana.
Outlaw is stunned.
DDT. A huge
He's going to go for that 450 again, Rob.
Don't take your time. Get there, kid. This is your moment. 450.
What a 450.
2, 3. He got it. Rahim De La Suede is the River City champion.
I can't believe my eyes, Rob.
What an upset. What a surprise.
He has taken down the man whose city this is. Rahim De La Suede is on the mountaintop. Rahim De La Suede is River City champion.
I feel like everybody in this building, me and you included, hell, Rahim De La Suede included, was somewhat expecting Outlaw to kick out there. And I'll tell you what a surprise, what an upset. We have a new River City champion, Rahim De La Suede, from the pre-show to the main event. He's earned this moment. Way to go, kid. This is your time. Rahim De La Suede is the River City champion.
I may not have a voice in the morning, Rob Leach, but it is very, very apropos that this man is getting his flowers. He is the River City champion. No one can take that from him. And it looks like he has Dan the Dad ahead of him on his plate.
What a night of wrestling action. WrestleMax St. Louis is reborn in Columbia, Illinois. Join us on August 25th as WrestleMax STL presents the next episode. For Greg Cluck, it's been an honor. I've been Robert Leach. Thank you, WrestleMax fans. We'll see you again very soon.
you had a guy like Mike Outlaw, and you came out on top. What about it, Rahim?
Exactly. I mean, come on. What do you guys think? Rahim De La Suede, River City champion.
Has a good ring to it, huh?
Absolutely. Rahim De La Suede, the whole thing, the hot topic, and champion of WrestleMax.